je vais répondre à la question en français. Quelle est la meilleure chose à propos de la pandémie pour vous? Alors, pour moi, la meilleure chose de cette période de pandémie, c'est que tout le monde a ralenti et nous nous sommes donné plus de temps à vivre ensemble et de s'écouter. S'écouter par téléphone ou par mail ou même dans les rues à distance, évidemment. Donc, cette expérience de pandémie était très favorable pour moi. Merci. Je finis.
So my question is, what surprised you most during the pandemic? And I think what surprised me most was I'm afraid of loneliness. I always thought it's nice to be lonely for some time, and I was waiting for time to have for myself, really fighting for that. But during the pandemic, I realized I can feel lonely and desperate for other people, and that surprised me most. Thank you.
What is the worst thing about the pandemic for you? I'm not sure that there was a worse thing for me. I just say that the worst thing that I saw was, at least because I keep up heavily with the U.S. news, was the sort of how the ICE agents were treating the children, and I don't know if that's because I have a child now that I'm more susceptible to that level of emotions. But for some reason that was heartbreaking to me. All the other things seemed rough, but am I supposed to clap? I don't know. I think I screwed this up somehow. But yeah, that was the worst thing for me so far. So yeah.
Well, tricky time, tricky period to be confined, even in a fantastic place, fantastic landscape. Everything was supposed to be great, but and it has been. My question is the question I have to answer, and we did a little joke with my neighbor just to discover who is going to, what kind of question we're gonna deal with, and we beat up. Anyway, that's not interesting. So the question is, culture, what matters in an oversaturated society, really? Well, I think that we really literally had to put some mask on, and what is going to be an amazing and fantastic challenge is to demask us, really, and to see who we are really, what's inside of us, and demasking people can make things maybe more clearly, less saturated. But reading again and again this question made me feel something weird. During the confinement, I felt in one single day all the emotions I thought I had in 1 week or 1 month. I felt anger, amazing joy, sadness, hope, everything, and it was moving all the time in one single day, and that was really exhausting. Another thought is oversaturation. I have been oversaturated during confinement because I have kids, and something we don't talk about is that women with kids in low ages, where we have to teach them school, and that has been really tough because not everyone is a teacher. This is an amazing job, by the way. I discovered that. I knew that, of course, but it has been tough. And for women, it has been, for some of us, it has really been back to dark ages to have to deal with every single thing. Our own work, because I do work with children, with every logistical issues every day. So it also has been very saturated during this period of time. And in another hand, I never felt that joy and peaceful time with the one I love, and feeling so secure, because all the energies all over the world, all the energies were just floating around, and that was quite cool. Thank you. Had a good time being here in front of you. HD Panasonic.
Hello. My question is, can we resist Darwinism? Of course we can resist Darwinism, and we should. Darwinism is an ideology or a truth which was never really proved. There's no evidence. The point is that Darwinism succeeded because its enemies became extinct. We have to resist Darwinism because the followers are only focusing the sexual reproduction, but the motor of the world and the motor of the future is beauty. And I prefer beauty.
Hi, my name is Alexan, and my question was what offered you comfort or peace during lockdown? And my answer to that is wine. No, I'm joking. I mean, it was wine, but mostly it was writing. I found it quite easy to write during lockdown, and I lived in a house with 2 other people, and we were a great little community, and we really had to exercise tolerance in a way that I don't think I've exercised tolerance really before. Like, you just knew that you had to keep the ship steady, and I think that was really good for us. And the combination of that, so being far more tolerant, lots of routine, and being present in the writing, so writing quite a lot, or writing as much as you can every day. The combination of those things made for a reasonably wonderful and productive time, but I realise that experience is not the experience of many people who had a really, really terrible time. So, yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Wow. Thank you. So it was It was the Saturday before official confinement in France, which was a Tuesday. And I was going into work at the bar I work at. I was going in for an 8 o'clock shift. Came in as normal. Pretty full bar Saturday night. And we were working for about 2 hours. And then we got the official call that France was going to shut down all bars and restaurants by midnight. And at that point, the bar was entirely full. And it was a very surreal experience of everyone realizing in a collective way that things were going to change, and in a way that we all sort of didn't understand. And so from that point on, it was basically, how are you going to spend your night? And it felt very apocalyptic, very much like the last night we were all going to be there. And so we just basically continued on. We were taking shots, I was taking shots, everyone was taking shots, everyone was drinking. Everyone was offering each other drugs, everyone was asking how they were going to spend their nights. And it went on that way until midnight. And I think we were actually one of the few respectful bars where we did shut down at midnight. Everything closed while we shut down to the public, and then we continued to party for about an hour. And then from there, I met friends nearby, and we continued on, and that went on for the entire night. And I think that was similar to a lot of people's experience that evening. It was Paris just shutting down all at once, and without warning. I think that's very specific to it. Is there was no warning. There were rumors throughout the night that things were gonna close, but there was no official statement. And then we got the official statement, which made it very interesting. And for about a 4-hour period, there was just a sense of confusion and bliss that was actually very fun. Weirdly so, it was very fun, and I think everyone understood that this could be the last time for a while we were all going to do this together. And yeah, that was my experience, and I actually will look back on it fondly.
Je me suis dit, pendant le Covid, pourquoi nous étions capables de prendre des mesures extrêmes, des mesures radicales, pour sauver quelques dizaines de milliers de vies, alors que nous ne sommes pas capables de prendre des décisions qui vont impacter les générations futures. Nous ne sommes pas capables de prendre des décisions concernant le réchauffement climatique, par exemple. Pourquoi ? Eh bien, je pense que beaucoup de nos hommes politiques et de nous-mêmes sommes tournés vers le court terme. Nous n'arrivons pas à envisager le pire pour dans 10 ans, 20 ans, 30 ans. Et nous pensons que finalement, on trouvera une solution, que la science trouvera une solution. Et je pense que cette capacité que nous avons eue de sauver des vies à un coût extrême est à la fois une de nos grandes forces et en même temps le révélateur d'une de nos très grandes faiblesses, cette incapacité à penser l'avenir, cette incapacité à protéger des gens sur le très très long terme, et à ne pas voir que la responsabilité d'un homme politique, que la responsabilité des citoyens est de penser au futur et de ne pas penser à eux-mêmes et aux conséquences de leurs actes. J'espère que le Covid permettra à chacun de penser long terme, de penser beaucoup plus loin que son environnement proche et d'essayer d'imaginer des solutions pour demain.